here to record the homework for the Houses Small Basic recipe. So this is the Train the Trainer edition. So you want to start by importing TRB 506. This should be the second homework that your students have done. There was a homework for the square recipe. It's the same format. Basically, you are going to work on each little sub as a question to get it to run properly, to learn something about the concepts that were taught in houses, which are variables and subnames. So we've got the comments up at the top and encourage the kids to read them. This can be done facilitated with you teaching from the back of the room, having the pairs work on this together, kind of like the quiz, or you can actually have the kids take it home. So if you're facilitating, this is how you'd facilitate it. Have the kids read line 1. So go ahead and read it out.
How to do homework.
And line 2.
Step 1. Press the run button.
Okay, so with the homework, you just always start by pressing the run button. And you can see that what's going on here is you've got this little tortoise and going over to the Castle of Enlightenment. And we have 13 to work on. And then go ahead and read that out for me.
Do not despair, for you are on the path to enlightenment. Completed 0 of 13.
So on the first question that you're working on, the question is called?
You can read variables.
Okay, and did you pass or fail it?
Fail.
Failed it. And can you read this bottom part?
I wanted 5, but you gave me, you need to fill in the blank.
All right, so we're going to start working on this together. So you're going to read the name of the method that failed, and then this is a little tricky, where it says fill in the blank. You're going to actually remove the blank and put in either numbers or letters. And then you're going to repeat until enlightenment. Now if you get in a place where you're stuck, you want to use your undo. And then read line 6 for me, will you?
Do not change anything except the blank.
Okay, so we're going to start out. Let's read this out. So go ahead and read lines 8 and 9.
Sub, you can read variables. Number of desserts, 5.
Okay, and then I'm going to say homework check answer, and I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to say something equals number of desserts. So what should we try there?
5.
All right, let's try that out. We're going to run it, and I think we're on the path to enlightenment. Yep. So now we are on which one? What's our next question?
Sub, you can save variables.
Okay, so we're going to find that one and read line 14.
Ickiness of brothers equals blank.
Okay, so this is telling us that ickiness of brothers equals a factor of 10. So should we try 10 in there?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's put 10 and try it out. Looks like we got it right. So what's the next one we need to work on?
Sub, you can do math with variables.
Okay, so I'm not sure what to do here, so I'm actually going to just take this out and I'm going to just guess. One of the things that you want to tell the kids is if they get stuck, we have this concept called fake it till you make it, and if there's numbers, try numbers. So I'm going to just try 1 because I don't really know what the answer is. And there it's telling me that I've got some errors at this location. Now if you have errors, what you want to do is have the kids undo until they get back to a state where they can run it. Okay, and they just undo until they can run it. And there it's running. And we have a weird error that's coming there. So we're going to need to fix that. So we're going to need to put in a different answer. So what answer do you think that we need to put there?
The variable number of Harry Potter books.
Okay, so we're going to try that out. So we're going to copy and paste that. And then we're going to run it. And looks like we got it right. So this is a really common pattern, and as a facilitator you want to just guide the kids back and forth. So let's look at the next one. So what's that one? Can you read line 23?
Sub, you can change variables.
Okay, so we've got milk tastiness is 6, and then we've got add chocolate, which does something somewhere, right? Because it's a method.
Yes.
And then milk tastiness is 10. So what is going to be the value of the milk tastiness now? What do we change here on line 27?
The blank to 10.
Okay, we change it to 10. Okay, so let's put that in. Let's try it out. So apparently adding chocolate ups the milk tastiness. Do you find that to be true?
Yes.
Cool. So we're on the next one. What is that one?
Sub, variables are not stuck.
Wow, that one sounds just odd to me. So read line 32.
Boogers equals 4.
Well, we better blow our nose, and then we're going to set the value of boogers to
0.
0, because it looks like we have 0. So let's see if that's right. Did we get it right? Oh, looks like we got it right. Cool. Now again, kids can play around with this. So if somebody says, well, what if you put -4? Okay, you can try anything in here. That's fine. Of course, that's not going to be right because here it tells me what? What does this say?
I wanted -4, but you gave me 0.
Yep, so it reads out and it tells you what it should be. So we're going to go ahead and put that back. And you want to emphasize to the pairs that they want to get these right in order because they want to reach enlightenment. And we're well along our way. So what's our next one we're going to work on?
Sub, you can add to a variable.
Okay, so we're going to go down here and let's see, read line 39.
Age equals 11.
Then we have celebrate birthday, and that's a method, right? Because it has the parentheses.
Yes.
Yep, so that's going to be age equals age plus something. If you have a birthday, what happens? Age plus
1.
1, because the age is now 12. And let's see if we got that one right. We are definitely getting enlightened here. Now, the next one is you can subtract from a variable. So let's see, read line 46.
Amount of homework, 3.
Okay, so amount of homework equals amount of homework minus what? So that we're done with our homework.
3.
3, okay. Well, what if we just guessed and we put something like -3? Let's just try it out, because I'm just not sure if you're right. And it says, oh, I wanted what?
0, but you gave me 6.
So I think you were right that we should have put what there? We should have put 0, right?
Yes.
Okay. So a note for the teachers here, you can see we're going way beyond the simple assignment of a variable that you saw in the recipe into manipulation of a variable. And that's one of the core tenets with the homework. So we're up here now to this one on line 51. Can you read that out for me?
No, because we failed the last one.
Oh, okay. Let's take a look. So let's run it. And again, this is the power of pairing. So let's see. You can subtract from a variable. I wanted 0, but you gave me 3. So what do we need to do to fix that?
Take out the first 0 and replace it with 3.
This one right here?
Yes.
Because you don't get done with your homework by doing nothing, right? You have to actually do your homework.
I suppose.
Is that what we're saying? Okay, let's see if that one's right. There you go. And again, this will happen with the pairs. They'll want to jump ahead, so you want to just run and check. So now we're up to the one on 51. So read that one out for me.
Sub, you can multiply variables.
So that line 52.
Volume of my voice equals 2.
And then the volume of my voice my mom hears equals the volume of my voice times 5. So what should that be on line 54?
2 times 5, or 10.
Cool. Can we put 2 times 5? Should we try it? Let's try it, because I heard that that the computer does math for us. Let's see what happens. Did that work?
Yes.
Cool. I like that, because we don't want to do math. So what we've done in these answers is you can have a little bit of a variety just as long as you get the right answer. So let's go to the next one. So read line 57 for me.
Sub, you can divide variables.
So inches is 36, feet is something divided by 12, and the answer is going to be 3. So what should we replace this with?
36.
36. Let's see if that's right. We're doing pretty good here. We're getting enlightened. And we are up to 9. So now we're going to get into some of the really more complicated ones. So these come in pairs. So this is a little bit more complicated. You really got to have the kids read. So you notice here that this is a set in this question. So read line 63, will you?
Sub, you can set variables in other methods.
And then the method is create Christmas list. Then we're going to check the answer something equals Christmas list. Now to do that, we see that the value Christmas list, the variable, is assigned to a string here. But this is pretty complicated. So what's the answer here? What should we be putting in?
Hippopotamus.
Awesome. It might take the kids a little bit of struggling to get this, but have them think through the problem, look at the houses that they've worked with, and see how this is done. And then let's run it and make sure that it's right. We are almost enlightened. Yay. All right, so let's see the next one, which is, I think, also a pair. So this pair goes here. So read line 72.
You can call methods by name.
So we're going to have to replace this blank, which is actually a method name. So let's keep on reading here. Check answer, bedpost equals gum. So in order for calling a method by name, we're going to actually have to call this method. So what should we put in line 73? How should we replace that underscore?
With prepare for bed.
Yeah, so I hope that you don't prepare for bed by putting your gum on the bedpost. I'm sure you wouldn't do that, right? All right, but we do want you to be enlightened. So we are almost enlightened. So now we're going to move down and we're going to take a look at line 81. And this is one that we need to work on. So can you read this out? What's the method name? What's the subname?
You can choose the method names.
So again, we have to fill in the method name here, and we see that this works in a pair. This one is really pretty complicated because we see things that smell funny equals the string feet. And just like the previous pair, we're working with the method name, but this time rather than pulling in the actual name, we see that the method name is not stated here. So in order to get this one right, how many things are we going to have to change?
2.
We're going to have to change the underscores on which lines?
82 and 87.
Okay, so let's put in a value, and I'm going to put in my feet, sorry to say. And let's just copy that and put that there. And do you think that's going to work?
Yes.
Let's try it out. We are very close to the path of enlightenment here. So now we are going to go down to the last pair. So let's take a look at this. So again, by this time, hopefully the kids are comfortable with this idea of working with methods in pairs. So read line 91.
Changing variable in other methods.
Okay, and then the variable is height, and then we have this method grow, and then we have height equals 5. So in the sub grow, what do we have to replace the underscore with?
1.
1, because that's the value that we have changed it to. And we'll go ahead and run it. And I believe we have reached homework enlightenment. We are now 1 with our homework. So we currently have homework only for a couple recipes, but this is an area of focus for us at TKP. So please watch our wiki and our website at teachingkidsprogramming.org for new homework that we will be writing and adding.